Revelation 2918. From the 10th of October 1943. Change in living conditions. End time. Life will bring great changes if it remains with you humans, for you will hardly change your way of life under the existing circumstances. You will hardly establish the connection with God and prepare yourselves for the near end. You only regard the suffering on earth as a temporary state and therefore don't make a serious attempt at a total change, always hoping to be able to live a tranquil existence in peace and quiet in the foreseeable future. And you do not consider the great danger such a quiet way of life would mean for your soul. For you would care little about your spiritual development, and the approaching end would find you completely unprepared, because the world with its pleasures would still completely dominate you. Thus you would not yet have overcome matter when you are to take your last test of will. And therefore you must be pointed to the near end. Your thinking has to be guided into other directions. You have to be torn out of the tranquility of everyday life and confronted with new tasks which require your serious participation. You have to mature in your fellow human beings' adversity, that is, it has to cause you to work with love, it has to awaken in you the will to help them, so that through this will you will come to realize that this wanting to help is actually your earthly task, and that you will now make an effort to comply with this task. This change in your thinking will only bring about a change in your living conditions. For as long as these are ordered, the human being is afflicted by a certain inertia and will no longer do anything for his soul's salvation. He would leave himself and also his fellow human beings without spiritual nourishment, for he would know nothing about their blessings, and thus he would remain without strength and grace. And therefore a time will dawn which will completely deviate from the previous living conditions, which will affect and touch every human being, because nothing will remain as before but everything will experience a change which is so immense that it will also have an effect on the human being, sometimes to his advantage or also to his disadvantage, as soon as he does not surrender to the change. For God truly knows what serves humanity. He knows about their adversity, and he knows the means to remedy this adversity. And he will also use them to avert the danger of complete failure in the last days wherever possible. Amen.